Let's take a look at adverbial time clauses in Spanish. And adverbial time clauses express when an action usually happens or when it will happen in the future. Okay? So in this first example here, the first thing I'm going to do is underline the main clause. Yo escucho música. And the second thing I'm going to do is put brackets around the adverbial time clause. And I know this is the adverbial time clause because cuando is an adverb. And this adverbial time clause is going to modify our verb here, escucho, in the main clause. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is identify this ending here. And I know that this ending is a present tense ending. And because it's a present tense ending, that means that this action here, yo escucho música, usually happens. And so if this is the present tense here, then I must use the present tense here. Okay? So I listen to music when I walk to the park. So let's draw a picture here to illustrate this idea. So here you are with your big Dr. Dre Beats headphones, and you are walking to this park over here. Okay, here's some árboles and some pájaros. Okay, so I listen to music when I walk to the park. That's something that you usually do. Now let's look at this second example here. I'm going to underline the main clause, yo escucharé música, and we're going to put brackets again around our adverbial time clause. And remember, we know that this is the adverbial time clause because of our adverb here, cuando, which this clause is going to modify our verb in our main clause. Now, I know this action, the main clause, expresses the future because the verb escucharé is conjugated in the future. And I know that because I have an infinitive here, and attached to the entire infinitive is an E with an accent. So if the verb is conjugated in the future tense in the main clause, then that means in the adverbial time clause, the verb must be conjugated in the subjunctive. I know this is the subjunctive ending because the original verb here is caminar. And remember that AR switches its endings with ER and IR verbs in the subjunctive. So we can't really draw a picture here to illustrate this idea because I will listen to music is going to take place in the future when I walk to the park. And because that hasn't happened yet, we really can't draw a picture because it's not true yet. It could be at some point in the future. Okay? One more thing to point out, this is our adverb here, okay? And there are other adverbs that we can use and we can substitute here to give us more adverbial time clauses, okay? So take a look at this video, and if you have any questions, let me know. Hasta luego.